There are long-term medications like fluoxetine or Prozac Reconcile that can be very effective at helping to calm down the anxiety. Hi guys, my name is Dan, I'm a veterinarian, and today anxiety in the dog. Everything from anxiety every day to separation anxiety. How can you handle this? Because anxiety, guys, no joke, is super common in doggies. The way I want you to think about anxiety in doggies is twofold. We need to address two things to get the best results out of a dog that has anxiety. Now, number one, I want you to think of this kind of like human medicine almost. We need to be focusing on the doggy's mental health as a whole. So, if you have a person who's really struggling with something, they may go see a coach or some kind of life coach, or they may go see a psychiatrist, someone who's going to help them to assess their life. And maybe they have a toxic work environment, maybe they have things that are personal that they need to work through that is driving the anxiety. The same way with a doggy. What you need to do is go see a trainer, a behavioralist, somebody that can assess, do we have something that's really making this doggy uncomfortable mentally at home? Is there another dog across the street barking at the dog all day through the window? What could be causing that anxiety? And if we can find that problem and pinpoint it and maybe help to smooth out those edges, we can provide a much better environment for that dog than if we just decide to medicate that dog, right? Right. Number two, guys, is going to be medications. And medications can be incredibly helpful when we work with the doggy's environment and a trainer or a behavioralist to address that. And when we add in meds as well to help calm the doggy down or to reduce anxiety, we can have success a lot of the times. We're going to go over two different options medication-wise. Number one is going to be the short-acting medications to address doggies when they get really anxious during like fireworks or thunderstorms or really busy evenings. Who knows what else? But in this case, we're talking about the short term, and next we'll talk about the long-term meds that can help out with long-term regulation of anxiety. Now, there are a lot of medications out there, and always talk to your veterinarian before starting any medication. We'll start off with number one. We're going to say Xanax. Xanax is a great option to help out with anxiety. Xanax, also known as alprazolam. Xanax can be a great option to help out with anxiety from fireworks, thunderstorms. This is going to be situational separation anxiety or situational anxiety that we need to medicate to calm the doggy down during that moment in time. The other one could be a good option would be like the Celio or Silogel, which is an alpha-2 sedative, and this is a gel you put under the dog's gums area, and definitely have your veterinary trainer do it. But these two medications, separately of course, pick one, and a handful of other meds are situational and can be very helpful at controlling anxiety that happens just momentarily in life. Next is going to be long-term medications that we pick for the long road, because maybe we have anxiety that's not going away, it's happening all day long, and there's no situational aspect to it. I'm just going to touch on one today, guys. There is a handful of different meds to pick from, but I'm going to comment on Prozac, also known as Reconcile, and the drug name is fluoxetine. This medication can be great for long-term management of anxiety. And a lot of times you're doing this once a day. However, your veterinarian may tweak the dose, giving more per dosing or giving it more frequently, depending on how your doggy is doing. So dosing may vary a little bit, but there are long-term medications like fluoxetine or Prozac Reconcile that can be very effective at helping to calm down the anxiety. And again, guys, there are a lot of other medications that can be added on too, but the important thing to remember is we're going to focus on the dog's environment and also medicate when appropriate. And together, hopefully this will help us to manage the doggy's separation, situational anxiety, momentarily anxiety, or long-term anxiety. I hope that was super helpful, guys. Kind of gives you an idea of what to expect when treating anxiety. Yes, you can definitely medicate, but you should definitely assess the environment too. Anxiety is really common in doggies, really common in doggies. And working with your veterinarian and your trainer or your behavioralist and then working together can be really helpful at providing a better quality of life for your dog.